I've always loved how film looks, from the colors to the feeling it evokes, the nostalgia of a time I wasn't even born in. From the moment I got my first camera, I sought out ways to create this vintage heaven in my footage. I tried recreating the soft glow on highlights, or getting that red line around the edges of objects like all the cool YouTubers had. I didn't even know what they were called. Alas, my color grading skills got better, but it still wasn't that vintage goodness. It was until I was introduced to the secret order and given the tools to achieve my dream in one click that I finally had my rest. My mid-range laptop is paying for it, but it's a small price to pay for salvation. Hi, I'm Nana. I'm a filmmaker based in southeastern Nigeria. I've been waiting to say these words for the longest time now. This video is sponsored by Dehancer. Since I started YouTube, I've always been wanting like a sponsored video, grow to the extent that brands want to sponsor me. About a month ago, Dehancer reached out to me and asked to give me their plugin in exchange for an honest review. I spent a very good part of that day staring at that email and wondering, how did we get here? Because I was wondering, how did they find me in this my small channel, and how did they find us here? But here we are today, and here is what we are doing. We're talking about Dehancer. I've been using Dehancer for about a month now, and there's a lot to be said about Dehancer. Dehancer is a film emulation plugin designed to emulate the characteristics of analog film, which allows users to achieve film-like look in their digital footage. So yes, you can buy your 4K camera and still make it look like a film. Apologies to all the film lovers out there, but yeah, it is what it is. Buy digital and try to achieve film. Dehancer is available in all the editing softwares that you probably know, from DaVinci Resolve to Premiere to Final Cut Pro. Film emulation is basically at the forefront of what Dehancer does. It's like the whole idea of the plugin. So Dehancer has a wide range of film stock, including classics like Fujifilm, Kodak, and Agfa. It's spelled AGFA. I don't know what it means, but it's a film stock. It's a type of film stock. So Dehancer has over 60 selections of film stocks to pick from, and to be honest, it's a lot to do. Based on, you have to like go through all of them. Look good depending on what you want, so you have a lot of options to pick from, and it's stressful. And narrowing it down to, personally, I've just been using Dehancer for about a month, so I'm still in the process of narrowing it down to maybe a few that I like, because there are a lot of them that I like. But I have to keep making videos and keep trying them out, even on old clips, to figure out, okay, this is what I like in film emulation. You know that noise you decided to buy an f1.4 camera to get away from? Yes. You know that grain, the beautiful noise, not the one from low light photography, but the beautiful one you see in those Tarantino movies. I don't know if you've seen Hateful Eight, Django Unchained, Once Upon, all those films that are either shot on film or digital and they're made to film. You know that very nice grain. Yes, with one click, you can get realistic grain effects on Dehancer. Dehancer can help you recreate these grains, and they are completely customizable in terms of size, amount, and impact on your footage. So grains help you, create depth in your image and give off the film-like feel. So Dehancer's film grain helps recreate actual film grain in your digital footage, because that's the whole idea here. The soft glow on highlights, or the red line on edges of objects in your video, like this soft glow here now, yes, or the red line on the edges of my head, and those things you see those cool YouTubers have in their videos and TikToks. You can achieve that look with Dehancer in just one click. The soft glowy highlight is called blue, and then the red line stuff is called halation. So Dehancer helps you create realistic bloom and halation in your footage to mimic the defects in film, like in actual film. With just a single click on Dehancer, you can get that perfect aesthetic for that morning prep video you've been thinking about. In Dehancer, you can add that bloom and halation to create that soft image that you've been wondering how they do. Dehancer also helps create film breadth, which is an accidental change in exposure, color, or contrast from frame to frame as the film moves. Dehancer helps you create film breadth and also helps you stimulate gate waves. Gate waves is a mechanical imperfection like jitter and sudden movement in footages. I think the general objective of Dehancer is to put back imperfections from film into digital products. So, but the difference is that these imperfections that we are putting back in is much more controlled and much more. So you put back the imperfections your own way. You decide what imperfections to put. You decide how much of those imperfections you want to put in your clip or your video. So or your picture, because Dehancer is also available for photography too. You can get a Dehancer plugin for Lightroom and other photo editing softwares that I cannot remember now. So many other features of Dehancer that can help achieve a desired film look. If you have in mind that you want to start using Dehancer in your color grading process, you should have it in mind that it's very GPU intensive. Dehancer is very GPU. My computer is paying for the price of using Dehancer. It's a lot of work to use Dehancer, especially in the exporting. It's easier to use when you are just color grading, but then when you start exporting to render Dehancer into your clip, it's GPU intensive. So you should look out for your computer compatibility before you download Dehancer. If you go to Dehancer website, there are lots of guides and toolkits on compatibility. You have help to figure out your way into downloading the version that is compatible with your computer. So if you do decide to download Dehancer, you can get various types of Dehancer. You can get maybe the bloom and the halation. You can get maybe just the film grain. You can get maybe just the film emulation. So you can get those effects of Dehancer, those options that it has. Or you can get like the full package called Dehancer Pro. If you decide to get Dehancer Pro or any other version of Dehancer, you can use the code NNA, that is NNA23 NNA23, to get 10% off your first purchase of Dehancer. 10% off your purchase of Dehancer, sorry, not your first purchase. When you download Dehancer, you get a 14-day free trial. But then if you use my promo code at the checkout when you want to pay to buy the license, so you get 10% off your purchase, and that 10% at the end of the month will be going back to helping me fund the channel and pay for all this film making thing. Yeah, because I'm still a student, so it's kind of hard to be a student and make films. I'm an engineering student on top of all that. So yeah, so thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, share, and let's keep growing together. See you in the next one.